Hello, everyone. It's a new episode of Just Talks About Stuff, and I'm really excited for this one because it is something that everyone is kind of suffering from. Or, well, most of us. A bad sleeping schedule. Now, having a bad sleeping schedule depends on the factors that we're going to talk about today. Because if you suffer from things like insomnia or other things that are simply not in any way adjustable and you really need medication, then I'm not very sure if I can help you with this video. I do wish you a lot of strength in finding the cure to having proper sleep again. Now, how do you know if you have a bad sleeping schedule? I think it's very obvious. You see the time on your clock being around 3, 4 a.m. and you're like, fuck, I'm not tired, or your sleep is simply fucked. And a lot of people are losing their sleeping schedule because of COVID-19. That's not weird. And I'm going to tell you that there's just no structure in your day the way it used to be. So how are you going to adjust to that? And your brain is just like, yeah, I don't have to do anything. Let's stay up as late as possible. But are you truly productive then? Because you're also being fucking tired by doing the bare minimum. Let me tell you how many people wake up, let's say around 2, 3 p.m. then. Or 12. Just any later time than they usually would in a working week. You can feel yourself being tired. I at least did. Many of my friends do. And they're like, I didn't even do anything. Why am I still tired? Why do I still need more sleep? There's a point where sleeping too much can get you to a point where you even need more sleep. As someone who used to have issues with sleep, I used to nap a lot. I've been there and done that, and it's awful. What my doctor recommended me was just to stop sleeping, and it's hard, but also avoid the naps, okay? But let me just get into how I did it, or how I think you could do it, because the way I do it is very differently for everyone. I mean, not even how, but why. Let's just first look at why would you not have a proper sleeping schedule? Because this is also a choice you're having here. At least I made that choice. And for me, it was the biggest factor was there's no real reason to wake up in time. There's nothing standing at my door. There's no bus to catch. There's no calls to make, etc. So why would you? And that's what I'm trying to say here. Waking up at an early time, despite not having to go anywhere, could still be beneficial for your productiveness. Because I think that a lot of people here stay up till really late, don't do anything, wake up, and then somewhere halfway through they start rushing stuff. Don't do that. Especially if you're the kind of person who has a lot of deadlines. So even if you don't have deadlines, even if you're a person right now that has no obligations, I would like to ask you very kindly to do one thing. Wake up in time, just the way you would for school. And then you think, but I don't have school. Why would I do that? Because you might actually get more done in your day. And I know that some people are like, yeah, but I don't have anything to do. Give yourself something to do. I also see a lot of people struggling with shit like, I don't have anything to do. Why would I be awake? Yeah, why would you be wasting your time on sleep when sleep is made for when you're fucking tired? You're not doing anything. So do you really deserve that sleep? That's the kind of mentality that I even went into, because I've had days where I wanted to nap and, friends were encouraging me, yeah, take a nap, calm down. I'm like, why? Why are you encouraging me? Don't encourage anyone trying to take half-day naps. You do not need them right now unless you have certain issues. Again, I'm excluding everyone who has some kind of physical issues, illnesses that give them a lot of tiredness. So if you're one of those, then I hope you can find a way to eliminate as much of a bad structure more than sleeping through the day, finding a way to balance it out. And yeah, forever, this is just an episode from people like me. I have some school assignments, not gonna lie. I don't know if every one of you does this, but I do like waking up and making my assignments and doing the rest of the things on my day. But if you wake up at 3, 4 p.m., Doing your exercise, you'll be done in the evening. Yeah, no. So what would be the basic plan, you might ask yourself? And for me, it's just, I had to kickstart it. And it's not hard to kickstart it. It's just extremely painful and very annoying. What you do is basically, let's just imagine that you're a person that goes to bed at, sorry, there's a truck passing by, at 6, 7 in the morning. That's really extreme. Try waking up 6 hours later and starting your day, or 7 or 8, like just between the 6 and 8 hour mark, no longer, and no naps. And I mean, if you really want to, like, what I did to really fix it, because I was having days where I stayed up till 3, 5, I woke up at 8. No matter how late it was, if I had 2 hours of sleep, and I started my day. I did this for 3 days. I was absolutely fucked up. But then I did realize that I needed my sleep around times like 11, 12 instead of 4, 5 a.m. So try to get yourself to restart. No matter how broken you are, start. Don't like try changing. Like sometimes when you're addicted to sleep or addicted to sleeping late, you gotta like go cold turkey with that shit. That's just the way it works for most people. For some people it does work like that, oh, I usually go to bed at 5. Let's try going at bed at 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then midnight. If that works for you, then awesome. But it might not work for everyone like that. So you woken up. You've woken up around 8, 9, all right? That's cool. And you're like laying in your bed on your phone. Idiot, what are you doing? Start getting up, make your bed. I don't know why, but making my bed somehow wakes me up. Do that and really like stand up and think, what am I going to do next? Obviously, breakfast. I know a lot of you don't like eating breakfast, and that's totally not okay. I wanted to say fine, but some people just have a hard time digesting things in the morning. Then fuck the sandwich and the heavy meals. Grab something light, a piece of fruit, a cracker, anything to get that stomach started and rumbling. And for the ones who eat really badly and hate eating, try maybe eating like a smoothie in the morning. If you really don't want to consume anything solid, that's cool too, as long as you get some kind of nutrients, vitamins in the morning. It also wakes you up. When I'm eating a sandwich in the morning, like when I used to have school, right? I'd start really slow and tired, but eventually I'd speed up and I was like, oh shit, I'm waking up. I don't know why it works like that. At least for me. It might not work for you. Then find another way to do it. And outside of your breakfast, do your fucking ritual. Get out of bed. Get your teeth brushed. If you're really into it, brush your hair and get dressed up. You don't have to, but at least change the clothes you're wearing. Like instead of going from pajamas/naked to pajamas/naked, go from pajamas/naked to a t-shirt and some sweatpants. And just do your stuff. So no, you don't really have to get dressed as if you're really going to an office. Don't get me wrong. I don't do that either, and I still end up being productive. It's all about the mindset. Now the second thing. Okay, so we're kind of simulating that work experience, right? You got that. Plan out your breaks. I don't know, unless you have some really shitty labor that you're doing and you're working under some kind of slave boss, you get breaks. So plan them out. What do you think are good breaks? Like one at 12, one at 3, if you work till 5 or 6. It really depends. Like plan out your day. Give yourself like, let's just say 45-minute breaks in total. Or an hour. Let's just say half and half. Or or 15 minutes and 30 minutes. Whatever pleases you. But give yourself those breaks, because that's what you get in real life too. You can't work for 6 hours straight and keep producing the same quality of work. I don't know anyone like that. And if you are like that, prove it to me, please. I think you're amazing. And I think that if you just follow these steps, that eventually, that you don't even need to keep in mind everything I just said. Let's start making the small steps, okay? Start with waking up in time. Then you can do the breakfast, showering and whatnot. But like first try waking up on time. Seeing how much time you have when you wake up at 8 and 9 a.m. It's so much nicer. And you can still go to bed at 12. I'm not saying go to bed at 8 like a fucking child. No. If that pleases you, then do that. I sometimes like doing that when I'm extremely exhausted. But just hear me out on this one. It's really hard, like getting back into any kind of structure, especially if it's been broken so badly by something like our situation. But I will promise you something. You will get that productivity. You will be there fresh in the morning, ready to do your thing. And you'll also start realizing how awful it is that you have friends with an awful sleeping schedule that wake up at 4 p.m., which might make you feel, well, if they wake up so late, why would I do it? Nah, just encourage your friends and everyone to have a healthy sleep schedule. It's, for some people, there is no other way to change it, but I really wouldn't actually want anyone here to like wake up outside of like 12 a.m. or like, let's just say 11 a.m. max. Like if you wake up at 3 p.m., it's like, the day part, the sunlight, you missed a lot of that. But of course, some of us like living in the dark, and I want everyone to take this instruction the way they want it to. If you don't like it, that's okay. But for everyone that can see some kind of sense in this, thank you. And I just hope everyone has a good day. Lots of love for me, and let's just hope we all get that sleeping schedule we've always wanted.